Testing. Perfect. Alrighty then. So today I saw this deck show up on MTG Goldfish, and we didn't have quite the right mana base, so I made a few adjustments. But in short, this is Pact of the Underworld combo. Yeah, Pact of the Underworld combo. So the plan here is to play Pact of the Titan over and over and over out of our grave. And, oops, camera's in the wrong spot. We're going to play Pact of the Titan over and over and over out of our grave with the help of Underworld Breach, making a whole bunch of 4/4s. And every time we make a 4/4, we're going to sack to mill ourselves to get more cards in our graveyard, to recast Pact of the Titan for free with Underworld Breach, netting one card in graveyard every single time. Then, once our deck is empty, we are going to Thassa's Oracle to win the game. Now, this deck is focused on doing this very quickly with the addition of mana accelerants like Wild Cantor and Simian Spirit Guide. And we're going to help mill ourselves with Tome Scour and Hedron Crab just to make sure that we can get there faster. Once Upon a Time to help dig in the early part of the game, and Manamorphose just to fix our mana. Now, out of the sideboard, we have an alternative win condition in the form of Aria of Flame. When we cast a spell, we put a counter on it, and it deals damage equal to the number of counters on it to our opponent. Basically, because we can cast an absurd number of spells, we just kill our opponent on the spot, even through Grave Hate. Or even through Hate for Thassa's Oracle. I guess technically through Grave Hate, because we could, in fact, kind of storm off a little bit. We have protection in the form of Pact of Negation for the combo. If we get that in our grave, we can cast it for free, just like Pact of the Titan. We have Silence, we have Nature's Claims, we have Void Snares, and just a little bit of shenanigans thrown in. So, without any further ado, let's take this into some two-mans. I'm excited to play this one. I did not actually get any practice rounds in with the deck, but I did study it a little bit in my free time today. Rum and Coke. Delicious. I'm very excited. I don't know if I did as good of a job going up with the Manaless Dredge Modern video that's going up tomorrow as of the time of this stream. Though for the YouTube viewers, I'm sure you already know. But we did do a pretty hilarious Manaless Dredge in Modern video. I did all the editing today, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's not my best work, though, and it's a little disheartening, but I'm still pretty happy. Okay, so we've got one land, two parts of the 3-card combo, and no way to get the third. I actually think we need to mulligan this. Alright, we have a Simian Spirit Guide, we have a Once Upon a Time, we have 2 rituals. This, I think I'm fine keeping. We're going to keep this, we're going to put Tome Scour on the bottom. And Once Upon a Time hopefully is going to hit us a land. Alright, Joe West. Welcome. Opponent plays a Sacred Foundry and suspends a Rift Bolt. You've arrived and you're halfway to the next card. Awesome. I haven't forgotten. I'm sorry, I'm very behind. I've had very, very busy weeks. But I am working on the card that I owe you. I promise. Okay, we're going to Once Upon a Time hopefully hit a land here. It's a land. Take Steam Vents. Untap. We draw. It's an awfully big drink I've got there. Well, I mean, it is a rum and coke, in fact. Let's see. So we're going to Steam Vents. Ritual. Manamorphose into red blue. We get a Wild Cantor. Okay, so we Wild Cantor, get a blue. Play Underworld Breach. Then we are going to Ritual again. Oh, I don't know if I can actually do this. Hang on. Let's Tome Scour. We can Wild Cantor. Don't want to exile all of our lands because we could. No, because next turn we're not going to be able to play anything out of the grave. Get a blue. Tome Scour ourself. I know I'm not playing this right, actually. Because I just realized I don't have the mana to hit Altar of Dementia. Yeah. Okay. Note to self. Do not immediately try and combo turn 1. Okay, we sacrifice Underworld Breach and things get a lot worse for us. Should have practiced with this deck. It's okay, though. Next time I will have it. I forgot that I had to pay the mana cost of things coming out of the grave, and then I realized how broken that was. We didn't have quite enough cards in grave right away to just ritual like we needed to. Yes, thank you. That is indeed a punt. But we know we're against burn. Okay. We know we're against burn now. So, with that in mind, I'm going to concede, and we should get them game 2, because we know what we're up against. Game 2, I'm going to bring in... It took all of 30 seconds. Fastest punt in the West. That in mind, we are going to sideboard. And I think what we want versus burn is we want at least one Nature's Claim in the deck. Probably 2. Yeah. Let's do 2 Nature's Claim, and we're going to take out... a Wild Cantor, and 1 Ritual, I think. Try like this. We'll play first. Once Upon a Time, Crab, Altar... Pact of the Titan. I am not comfortable enough to keep this. We'll mulligan. Okay, 2 lands. Ritual, Simian Spirit Guide, Underworld Breach. I'm going to keep... We're going to put back Pyretic Ritual. Start Gemstone Mine and Tome Scour ourselves. Okay. There's an Altar of Dementia. That's very good. Okay. Opponent plays a Swift Spear. That's fine. They get in for 1. We go to 19. We draw Thassa's Oracle. Okay. So we can... Breeding Pool tapped this turn. Yeah. Because we're going to need, I think, 1 more mana than we have. We do have a Manamorphose, though. Let's just wait a turn. It's not like we're going to get Thought Seized. And we could get Mana Tithe, but, you know, what are the odds? Opponent plays a Bloodstained Mire, cracks it. Gets a Mountain. Rest in peace! No! We should have gone for the combo! Well then. And I bet we exile... No, we didn't. Okay. Well, there's another Underworld Breach. We could play Thassa's Oracle as a blocker. But if it dies, then we're left without a win condition, because I didn't bring in Aria Flame. I guess I should have expected this, because our opponent was red-white. So what do I do here? I guess what I hope to do is draw Nature's Claim. So we'll pass. I'm going to play Sunbaked Canyon, Monastery Swiftspear number 2. Rift Bolts us. Lava Spikes us. Gets in for 4, we go to 10. We draw Steam Vents. Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. Okay, we're getting Rift Bolted. If our opponent does another bolt, we're dead. And we are always dead to bolt. Opponent takes us to 3. And they got it. They definitely have it. Look at all these. Okay, cool. Well, now I kind of know what not to do, to be fair. We'll try it again. Alright, we're against JMac 2000. We have a very fast Underworld Breach into nothing. Let's mulligan. This is actually way better, I think. We will keep. We're gonna put back. Crab might be our worst card here, actually. Put back Crab. We'll keep this hand. Shh, you're fine. Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Ah, the legendary Tron matchup. Opponent starts Expedition map. We find another ritual. So we're going to play Misty Rainforest and Past. Maybe we can pump fake that we're on a good deck. Okay. See what our opponent does. They play an Urza's Mine. They main phase crack Expedition map. And get a power plant. You got it. We find a second Underworld Breach. Okay, I don't want to crack Misty Rainforest just yet, just in case our opponent plays a Karn and can minus. I'd like one more shot at drawing a land. That'd be pretty great. Okay, opponent has a Chromatic Star. Double Chromatic Star. Okay, they crack for green. Draw a card. And pay 5 mana for a Thragtusk. Okay, sounds good. Okay, we untap and draw Tome Scour. Still no land or Simian Spirit Guide. We're going to discard... What are we going to discard? We're going to discard... Probably Tome Scour, I want to say. Yeah, let's discard a Tome Scour. I believe that to be our most replaceable card in hand. Okay, opponent cracks a star for green. Sylvan Scrying. They're probably going to go get another tower, I mean. They play a tower. Chromatic Sphere. Seven mana. It's a Karn. Big boy Karn. Gonna make us exile a card from our hand. We're gonna exile an Underworld Breach. And go ahead and restart the game with that on your field. Opponent's gonna get in for 5 and take us to 15. Alright, come on, Mana Source. That's a Mana Source. So we crack Misty Rainforest, get a Steam Vents, untapped, play a City of Brass, get red, Pyretic Ritual, Desperate Ritual, Manamorphose, red-blue, Underworld Breach. Then we Pyretic Ritual. Pact of the Titan. Oh, actually, we can't Tome Scour, can we? Because we're one card short of being able to flashback Manamorphose to Tome Scour ourselves and go off. Maybe I should have waited another turn. Yeah, I guess I should have waited. All right. Game 2. Let's bring in... let's bring in Nature's Claims. Bring in 2 Nature's Claims. And just as a backup, we'll bring in Aria Flame. So we're going to cut 4 cards. We're going to go down a Tome Scour, a Crab, 1 Ritual. This is the perfect deck for me. I can punt super fast with, you mean? And... a Cantor. Alright, let's try it like this. We'll play first. Oh, we have an Aria Flame. We can do 6 damage to our opponent and just gain them 4 life. I actually think I keep this. Okay, we'll start Misty Rainforest, pass the turn. Opponent starts Tower. And a Chromatic Sphere. We'll fetch with Misty, get a Steam Vents tapped, pass the turn. We get a Pact of the Titan. Steam Vents tapped, pass the turn. Yeah, kind of depends on whether they have turn 3 Tron or not, and it looks like they do. So they Chromatic Sphere into Chromatic Sphere. Into nothing. Okay, well, I think it's a pretty high likelihood that they have something here. We're going to play Aria Flame. If our opponent has a Karn, this is going to kind of hurt. But if they don't, it's going to hurt them a lot. Okay, just a forest. They play an Oblivion Stone. Well, they are currently a little ways off of casting an Oblivion Stone, so at our opponent's end step, we're going to play a Pact of the Titan, target our opponent with Aria of Flame. We're going to stop on our own upkeep. So untap, pay that much mana or lose. We will Ritual. Opponent's going to lose some life. Ritual. Opponent's going to lose some life. Manamorphose into blue-green. Aria Flame number 2. Okay. Well, pay for our Pact. Draw City of Brass. Play City of Brass. Tome Scour. Our opponent. Attack them. Take them to 11. Pass the turn. We'd like to draw an Underworld Breach would be pretty good. It's a Walking Ballista on 2. We draw Manamorphose. Well, let's Manamorphose. And let's do red, blue. Hedron Crab. Okay. Go to combat. Attack our opponent for 4. And then pass the turn. Okay, our opponent blocks with a Walking Ballista. Pings us once. Pings us twice. Giant does no damage. And because of the likelihood our opponent is going to have to crack this O-Stone, we're just going to leave the 2 cards we have in hand. Okay, opponent plays a Forest. Cracks O-Stone, blows up the world. Okay, we draw Once Upon a Time. So let's cast Once Upon a Time. Take a land. Play Hedron Crab. Mill. Now let's mill ourselves. That's what we're set up to do. We need to get lots of cards in grave. Okay. Now we just need to draw an Underworld Breach. We have about a 1 in 10 chance of drawing it. Okay, opponent plays their last Tron land. Karn, the Great Creator, gonna tutor for a Relic of Progenitus. Okay, that's really bad. But that doesn't take us out of the game. We still have the opportunity to cast a few spells with Aria of Flame active. We just have to find them. Well, where is your toy? You can't come over here if you don't have it. I can't throw something you don't give me. A land. Alright, we'll play a land. Mill ourself, I guess. Well, there's an Underworld Breach, just not where we wanted it. Oh gosh, that's a lot of mana. What are they casting? Ugin? That's an Ugin? Goodbye, Hedron Crab. I knew you well. Opponent. Getting a card from outside the game. Another Relic of Progenitus. Relic of Progenitus number 2. I'm going to exile the graves yet again. Another card. Once again, wishing for an artifact. Relic. And they play nothing. We draw an Altar of Dementia. Alright, we're just going to pass. Opponent Ancient Stirrings. They find a Warping Whale. Huh, I guess, yeah, that can fetch that card. They play a Relic. Shoot us in the face with Ugin. Tick up Karn. We draw a Pyretic Ritual. We're gonna pass, unfortunately. Yep. Trinosphere will definitely do us in. I don't think we're gonna beat a Trinosphere. I mean, ulting in Ugin is pretty good too, I imagine. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna go on to the next round. How am I supposed to throw it if you're not going to give me the toy? Goofball dog. Alright, we'd love to play first. Tome Scour, Wild Cantor, Pact of the Titan, Manamorphose. We're missing the enchantment. And a mulligan. Okay, we got Once Upon a Times, Hedron Crabs. Put back a City of Brass. We'll keep. Cast Once Upon a Time. Wow. Should never have cast this card. That was like everything we wanted. Guess we'll take Simian Spirit Guide. Play a Gemstone Mine. And a Hedron Crab. Pass the turn. Okay. Opponent is on a Wooded Foothills deck of some sort. With Noble Hierarch involved. We get a Desperate Ritual. I'm going to play this and mill them just to get a little more information about what they're doing. Karn, or Ajani the Greathearted. I don't know why I said Karn. Knight of Meadowgrain. I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't look very good. I mean, maybe it's something awesome. We'll get a Steam Vents tapped. Mill ourself. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to play a Cavern of Souls on Knight. Ah, Tribal Knights. Okay. They play a Knight of the Reliquary. We get a Wild Cantor, so we Misty Rainforest, target ourself. Play a Cantor. Pass the turn. Collected Company. Knight Exemplar and Mirren Crusader. There's a card I haven't seen in forever. So they're going to attack with a 5/5 Indestructible Knight of the Reliquary. Excuse that. Make it a 6/6. Sure. We are going to fetch a Steam Vents, mill ourselves. Another Underworld Breach, unfortunately. How come every single time I've milled myself this game, I've milled an Underworld Breach? There's only one left in the deck. I don't like this. On the pro side, if we draw the last one, I think we just win the game. On the downside, I think we're dead. Opponent attacks, attacks, attacks. Block here, block here. We untap, we draw a Gemstone Mine. So we can cast a Simian Spirit Guide to block. And that gives us, I think, one more turn. Not actually, no, we're just dead. Alright. Game 2. So let's bring in Aria Flame. Probably good to have one Void Snare in the deck, too. We'll drop a Cantor, a Tome Scour, and a Ritual. Try it like this. I would love to play first. Okay, we have a Once Upon a Time, we have an Aria Flame, a Manamorphose, and a Simian Spirit Guide. This is probably worth keeping. You are fine. Relax. You're fine. He's got his head leaning on me, wagging his tail real hard. I feel bad. He's been played with, though. Like, I took him on 2 walks today. Okay. That's Once Upon a Time. It's really hard to say no to that face. I guess a land is fine. Take a Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. I guess I need to be mulliganing to Underworld Breach. That's really my only explanation for like what I should be doing differently right now. It just seems so critical that if you don't have it, it's terrible. Okay. Opponent plays a Cavern. Naming Knight. We do have to watch with Aria Flame because our opponent does have, well, Thalias, but they probably also have Knights of Autumn. So let's get a Steam Vents. We get an Altar of Dementia. Play City of Brass. Play Altar. Partially trying to bait out a Knight of Autumn if they've got one. We do find an Underworld Breach. So we play Misty, we crack Misty, get a Steam Vents, untapped. We play an extremely painful Aria of Flame. Our opponent goes to 30. Okay, we take 5. We draw an Underworld Breach. Okay. Well, we Pyretic Ritual. Target our opponent. Get back the mana we cast. We spent to cast it. Manamorphose. And blue-red. Desperate Ritual. Underworld Breach. And we are out of steam. And dead on board. Beginning to think I don't like this deck very much. But I'm going to try mulliganing aggressively for Underworld Breach, because I don't feel like I've been playing this correctly, and that's the only thing I can think of to try. Alright, we have Pact of the Titan, Altar of Dementia, and Underworld Breach. The only thing we don't have is second mana source, but we're going to keep this. I think this is as close to an optimal hand as you can have -1 land. So play a City of Brass, we will Tome Scour ourself. Always yield. F6. Okay. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Cracks Flooded Strand. For an island, they're going to play a Delver of Secrets. This unfortunately means that even if we do go to combo, we probably have to deal with Force of Negation, which is quite disheartening. We are looking for a second mana source. Unfortunately, our Tome Scour found a bunch of that, so there's not actually that many left in the deck. Okay, opponent cracks a Flooded Strand, finds an island, plays a Serum Visions, or worse, we could be playing against the legendary Disrupting Shoal. This might be mono blue. Terramander. Okay, opponent gets in for 1. Land, please. There's a land. So let's go ahead and Manamorphose. Play an altar. And pass the turn. Alright, we are a Underworld Breach resolving away from winning, I think. But our opponent just got a fetch land and Is It Charm, so they're probably going to ruin our fun. When it gets in for 4, sure. I guess we need like a Simian Spirit Guide to get around that. Of course, if they have that and Dispel Pierce, we're just not going to win. I'm never satisfied with where the camera is placed nowadays. Okay, a Steam Vents. Play a Misty. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Opponent gets in for 4. Okay, get this, get a Steam Vents. We get a Pyretic Ritual. So we can get through the Is It Charm we know they have, but if they have anything else, we cannot. Actually, we might not be able to even then. Play a Steam Vents, untapped. Start with Pyretic Ritual. Opponent bolts our face. And fetches, or we did just... Oh, it's probably Snap Bolt. It's probably not even Double Bolt. Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Alright, yep, you got it. Sad. I'd like to win one game. We're going to bring in 4 Pact of Negation, 2 Silence, and we're going to go down Wild Cantor. Probably Once Upon a Time. We'll down at least a couple of those. A Crab and a Tome Scour. Try it like this. Alright, we'll play first. Pact, Tome Scour, Altar. We're gonna mulligan. We're gonna mulligan again. We basically need Underworld Breach. Now we're going to try one more time. We're going to go to 4. I don't see this going well for us. All right, we've got all the combo pieces. The only problem is we're mulliganing to 4. So we have to get rid of one of the things that we need. We keep Altar, we keep the land, we keep the Pact, and we keep the Underworld Breach. And we put away Simian Spirit Guide Manamorphose Once Upon a Time. And just pray to draw another Simian Spirit Guide or land. It looks like our opponent has been mulliganing at least as much as we have. We'll keep 4. Put back Spirit Guide, Manamorphose, Once Upon a Time. Opponent mulled to 5. We start Mana Confluence and pass. I was going to say, if we got Leyline of the Voided right out of the gate, I'd be pretty upset. Okay, opponent starts Land Terramander. Mana source, please. Yes! Play Misty. Crack Misty. Play a Steam Vents untapped. Play an Altar of Dementia. And the problem is now we have to get up to 4 mana somehow. Prior or during the combo turn. Never mind. Opponent has Force of Negation. Exiles our Altar of Dementia. There goes the game plan. I like this deck. I just don't know how to win with it. But a Consume for 1 takes us to 15. We draw Once Upon a Time. So we're going to cast it. We're looking for land, basically. Opponent is playing counterspells.deck. So it doesn't resolve. Pass the turn. Opponent has 1 card in hand. Take it in for 1. We take it, go to 13. We untap, we draw. Thassa's Oracle. I guess we actually play it. It doesn't block, but it does help manipulate the top of our library. Unless it gets bolted in response. Do we put back Simian Spirit Guide? I actually think we do. Simian Spirit Guide to the top of the deck. And we need another mana source of some kind, and then Altar of Dementia. Okay. Attack for 1. Ah, yes. Blood Moon. Blood Moon actually doesn't affect us that much. It doesn't stop us from casting any of our major combo pieces. We really just need an Altar of Dementia now, because we have Pyretic Ritual, Simian Spirit Guide, and as long as all of our spells resolve, we win. So yeah, just need an Altar of Dementia. I'm just going to get in for 1, take us to 9. Okay, play a Steam Vents. Get in for 1. We can almost cast the Simian Spirit Guide. Okay, opponent plays a Serum Visions. I'm going to manipulate their top decks. Opponent gets in for 1, takes us to 8. We draw City of Brass. Well, play City of Brass. Get in for 1. Death by 1,000 cuts and not drawing Altar of Dementia. Okay, opponent bolts us to 5. They can snap bolt us to 3 and hit us to 1. They get in, we go to 4. And Altar of Dementia. Pact of Negation. Which we definitely cannot pay for. Alright, we're not attacking anymore. And they bolt us to 1. Castle Vantress. And there's nothing we can do about that, so we scoop it up. Well, alrighty then. Unfortunately for us, we did not do very well with Pact of the Underworld. I don't think I piloted this deck correctly. I think I went into it with the wrong mindset, and I'd like to get some more practice with it before trying again. But I think the deck has real potential for winning. I just, yeah, I'm not the perfect pilot.